Hey YouTubers, I'm going to try a different little angle here for a second. You're going to see mainly the side of my head. I'll try to lean towards the GoPro a little bit, but it doesn't do great on sound, especially when you're not looking at it. A lot of times that's why I don't point it at me, because the mic's in the back and it seems to hear my voice better when it's pointed forward, but we'll give this a shot for a minute. As you can see, I'm back in the RV and I'm going on a trip. I'm going to meet up with an RV friend. I don't have a long time for this trip, but I'm looking forward to it. So, onward. It's that way. No, it's that way. So we'll see how this works. Tell me if you hate it or you like it. I got another different angle I'm going to try in a bit, but I'll come back in a second. This is going to be mostly ramble. Let's start out with Eddie's running much better. I'm excited about that, but I'm still being me. I'm still going slow. I'm still doing 62 to 63. And yeah. I had a thought. I recently did a video where I compared the Impossible Whopper to the regular Whopper. And I think the Impossible Burger, wherever you get it, is really, really good. Tastes good. But something I found funny is I got a relative who I was talking to about it, and he did the same kind of thing that a lot of commenters on YouTube did. Just out of hand, basically saying, I'm not eating that crap. You know what I mean? I'm not eating that. And I just think it's funny that a lot of times people won't even try something. You know, it's like, I'm not comparing my uncle to a little kid, but a little kid will tell you, they'll swear to you that they don't like something they've never tried. I'm not eating that. Well, try it. It might be good. Now, it's not a health burger or nothing. Calories are actually pretty close to a regular Whopper, but you're not eating beef. It's got a lot less saturated fat. You look through all the stuff, and I don't know about other people. I've watched a few documentaries on our industrial food system, and when you watch how animals are treated at factory farms, it's pretty disgusting. And every time I watch something like that, I don't want to eat beef again. And I end up breaking down because it tastes good. But I just see this as an option for vegans or for vegetarians or for meat eaters just every now and then. I don't know. I think it's going to catch on. But it's a lot like, it's similar to like people with about electric cars. Oh, I'm not driving that golf cart. Go get in a Tesla. That ain't no golf cart. That thing will go. And they're getting better, and the range is getting better. And how about the convenience of just, you know, plugging your car in at your house at night and leaving the next day? And I always think, if the long argument is, well, an electric car, the range isn't very good and it's hard to recharge it. Well, Teslas have the charging stations all over you can drive coast to coast and hit charging stations. And if you have the older ones before 2017, I think, it's free to charge them and they're pretty fast. So, to me, the worst part about something like that, you can fix by, if you're going to take a long trip somewhere, go rent a car. Even back when I was married, we had 4 cars at one point. There was a couple times we took trips and I'd go rent a car just not to beat up my vehicles. You know, 25 or 30 bucks a day a lot of times you can rent a car. Why put all that mileage on your own? But a rental car is the option for the long distance issue. So we have a bad habit of just automatically dismissing something before we know anything about it. I am actually doing 67 miles an hour And I just got passed by a semi, and there's another one about to pass me. And he's going to make me move around a little bit. So there's a couple first part rambles. Hopefully the content was decent. I don't know how the picture's going to come out. And like I said, I'm going to try something else here in a few minutes. So now it's 70 and I'm doing 70. So there'll be an edit and then I'll be talking again. All right, this is angle number 2. Probably a little bit too much up my nose. But when I post this video, if you want to make comments, you know, you can tell me which one might be a decent new different angle, which one isn't good, but this is number 2. I got an idea for a third angle. All right, so what I'm going to talk about now is probably will bother some people. Might be a few that like it, but the Yankees win. I think they got a decent shot this year. I really do. Now, the Astros should get through. All the other series are interesting. It's nice to get a sweep in. But they had 3 starters that started pretty well. And the Yankees got that deep bullpen. And if they keep hitting like they've been hitting, could be very, very interesting. The National League, I thought I knew who was going to advance, but now I think it's coin flip for them. Houston should beat Tampa, but Tampa got that game last night, looked pretty good. So I think Houston's sending Verlander on short rest. And I will go back to, and I have a lot of friends that will back me up. When Verlander was looking to leave Detroit, I was screaming at everybody that wanted to listen and a lot of people that didn't. I was so hoping that the Yankees would go after Verlander. But, yeah. And on an additional sports thing, you know, I live in Ohio. I rarely say much nice about Ohio. You know, my standard line is it's a tank of gas away from some beautiful places. And Ohio's not that bad. But the one thing that I've always been a fan of from Ohio are the Buckeyes. And they're looking pretty darn good. At Michigan State win, I think the Buckeyes might be for real this year. There's always stuff to get better at, but football comes down to you can get all the fancy you want to go. It comes down to what everybody calls the big uglies. You know, the guys fighting in the trenches. That's who wins football games. And Ohio State big uglies on both sides look pretty darn good. So it should be a pretty interesting season. So that's my sports ramble. I had to wait in.
It's nice to get away from the reindeer sometimes.
Elf boy, quiet. I kind of put off leaving to watch the Yankees last night. I had a feeling they might have swept, and they did. All right, now I'm going to do what I've long promised not to do. I'm going to talk about politics. No, I'm not. I will say, first off, automatically half the people are going to disagree with whoever has a point about anything. And then the half that do kind of agree with you are going to disagree with you on a lot of stuff. So, again, my channel will remain free of all that noise. Not that it's not important noise, but we all need a respite from that stuff. Whoop. Policeman, you ain't gonna get me. I'm doing 63. I would bet you that. Oh, you got 2 cops. Oh, city police. They're searching that thing. All right, so never, ever, ever, never gonna talk about politics. We all got enough problems in our lives without bringing in that stuff. But soon I have to gas up, so I will move this camera and set it up somewhere else. I didn't start off full. All right. and cut. All right, YouTubers, gonna try this angle. Made it to a flying J, barely. The light was on, I was in a construction zone, but all's good. I hit the road. All right, YouTubers, this is the third angle. I showed you that at the gas thing. Cruising along, it's a good day, beautiful, not too hot. At the thrift store, I recently bought a 12-volt seat warmer, you know, that you plug in and put over your seat. I thought that would be cool when I'm driving, and then I realized now I got a 20-pound cat on my leg. I don't need a seat warmer. But they might like it when the RV's parked. And again, I can plug it into the 12-volt to 110 converter if I'm on electricity. And if I'm not, those don't take a lot of power. I do just want to add that, you know, I did a video of the most recent maintenance, more suspension, really good shocks, and it was a lot of money. It was worth it so far. I hope it lasts. But it's Cousin Eddie here is driving like a brand new RV. Well, it's driving like this RV when it was newer. How's that? It's a big improvement for this 20-year-old RV. So I would suggest that if you buy something older, just be prepared. I knew going in I was prepared. I've just gotten a little tired of the same issues over and over. And hopefully this garage did better work. I don't know how much I can blame the last garage I was always going to, but replacing the upper lowers twice in 2 years, I'm not so sure they did a great job. Now, he cut me a break on the labor the second time, but I still had to pay for the parts. So,
You going to the North Pole anytime soon?
we're not going to the North Pole, but fingers crossed, Eddie keeps running this well, and I'll check back in from time to time. Sorry about the sunglasses. I'm not thinking I'm going to do any out the windshield stuff. I don't think I'm going to do any time lapse now. Well, that's the point. That's the idea anyway. YouTuber's still cruising along. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know how well my camera's done. This is one of the thrift store thing. It's one of those sunshades. When the hot sun hits Vinny, he gets a little cranky. A lot of times I just put a piece of paper on him. But this seems to be working. So yeah, pay attention on your phone, dude. But not a lot to say. Like I think I might have said, I get caught up in thought and I don't remember what the heck came out of my mouth. But normally I like showing out the window, the windscreen, because to me it's a big part of why you go RVing is seeing the stuff along the drive. The drive doesn't have to be the worst part. And now that Cousin Eddie's fixed up right, it's not the worst part. He's riding so much better. The alignment helped. That wasn't my fault. That was the road. But he's running true. He's running smooth. Even on these kind of bumpy roads. So much better. So since I am not doing time lapse of going forward, I'll say that's it for now, and we'll do an edit. Yay! All right, close the window. All right, so I'm in America, so there's bad roads, and before I would be ranting and raving. Now it's just bad roads. It's bouncing pretty good, lots of ribbons, lots of this needs fixed. But again, I got it stuck in my head about all the work I just had done on the suspension, and I'm just so glad it's running so much better. I got the cruise on, sticking at what truck speed is, trying to stay out of the way, and still not thrilled about this because it's jostling around, but it's not what it was. So this old sucker's got more life in him. Alright. know that's redundant, but you know, usually I talk about what's on my mind, and that's what's on my mind. Alright, so the RV's running much better, but this cat is driving me crazy. Crying, walking all over me now. I don't know if you're in the frame, Vinny. GoPro's got a wide angle fish look. I know, but there's nothing I can do, dude. I'm nice enough not to dump them on other people, you know. I take them with me, so that's nice. I know, dude, but don't make me regret saving you. This was new. He's never done that at highway speeds. He does it like when I'm slowing down in town, but never this.
Sneezes turn heads. Try Zyrtec. It starts working hard at hour 1 and works twice as hard when you take it again the next day. Zyrtec.
Cologuard. Colon cancer screening for people 50 and older at average risk. Honey, have you seen my glasses?
I've always had a knack for finding things. Colon cancer to be exact. And I find it not invasively. Need for a time off for special prep.
Ask your doctor if Cologuard is right for you. Covered by Medicare and most major insurers.
Hey, Keith. Yeah. I don't know if anybody can see you. Yeah. But, cruising along. I'm going to call this it for this video. I'll let you know there... I know, Keith. I'll let you know there'll probably be some cooking stuff, hopefully something interesting. And until then, have a great